Fans live for games like this one.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
And now the Los Angeles starters. We've got Austin Reeves, LeBron James out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's James, and it's Connect in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Jazz, Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Collier is out there with Jordan Clarkson, and it's George in at the 3. All right, Doris, how about teams like these who can really run their offense through their bigs?
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a 3-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Here we go. And the tip belongs to the Jazz. Here's Collier. Check by James. Pass to Collier. Vanderbilt against Collins. Shot clock at 5. Nails it from beyond the arc.
John Collins is excellent from deep. Remember, this guy shot 40% for a season in his history.
Reeves against Clarkson. Here's Vanderbilt. The 3 is up. Count it.
Nice
1 for 1 to start the game.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Pass to Collier. Clarkson with the ball.
Huh?
George, right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Here's Connect. George defending. Now, here is James. He gets it in there.
Pass. Nice.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Here's Clarkson.
Oh my God.
Following the score by the Lakers.
Good bump fake.
Set it up with a fake, but it's offline.
Nobody.
Listen, he knows
right.
he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back
Good
to
pass,
that
Ron.
same area. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Now here's Kessler. Look at
Oh
his
my God,
stats.
that
He's
foul.
putting up about 7.5 per game.
Walker Kessler, so smart to just keep going for his bucket. This guy's so strong, that foul can't stop him completely.
Utah shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. First one falls. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
I think one of the impressive things about the young Walker Kessler is you know what you're going to get night by night. Great shot blocking and consistent rebounding and defense.
Here's Collier. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to George. Kessler a screen. And that's good. Paul George for 3. George has got 5 now.
It can't leave any room for Paul George outside. He will deliver from deep.
And here's Connect outside. The rebound by the Jazz.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
George against Reeves. George passes to Kessler.
Oh my God, he's wide open, man.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Reeves. And there's James from the arc. Knocks it down from distance. James has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And the Jazz call time here. George passes to Kessler. Clarkson outside. Collins with a screen on Reeves. Clarkson for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now. It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
James finds James. James outside over Kessler. The shot by James, no good.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Kessler.
What's remarkable about LeBron is the complete command of the game. Not only his team, but you'll hear opponents joke about how well he knows their plays.
That free throw good from James. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
We're well over the halfway point of the season now, Doris. Teams starting to check the standings more often.
That is so true, Brian, because the playoff picture starts to come into a little bit sharper focus. The best teams usually have created some level of separation. Then you usually have those middle of the pack
Nice, Bron. Oh my God.
What's amazing to
Good
me
job, Bando.
is the parity in the league. And typically we're seeing the tightness reflected in the standings.
Now here's Reeves. 23 points his last outing. In transition, here come the Jazz. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
The Lakers trail. Has to connect. It's James on the wing. Collins against Vanderbilt. Outside Reeves. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by James. Fires from the line. Shot is good.
Nice.
Reeves.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other
There was
direction.
another
I've
timeout,
lost count of how many
eh?
lead changes we've had here tonight.
Timeout called. The Jazz. Colin Sexton's checked in for Utah. To the paint. It's stolen. James against Kessler. James can't get it to go.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Back to Sexton. Launches it. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Colin Sexton early in his career has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll, good decision making.
Back to Reeves. Bearing his
Nice,
second of 3
Austin,
attempts.
man. Good
And
job.
that's just nasty right there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
Pass to Kessler. And here's Collins. Here's Collier. Outside Sexton. 5 on the clock. Kessler with it. Checked by James.
Come on, Goody.
And there's Kessler on the assist by George. Kessler's got 5 now.
Well,
Please
Walker
match,
Kessler
man.
owns
Nice
that
try,
part of the
Bronny.
floor, going through defenders for the finish.
It's James on the wing. He's covered by
Nice
Kessler,
throw.
and he gets it to go. James has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Sexton passes to Kessler. Reeves against Sexton. Down low. And then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, such an intelligent basketball player, John Collins knows how to get himself a look out of pick and roll action.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2.
Nice,
Oh,
bro.
and the jam by James.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Pass to Sexton. Over Reeves. And it's Utah scoring again.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
And the Lakers going with a whole new group
I
out
mean,
there. Here's Champ. Up and in
yes,
on the layup.
sir.
They have no answer.
You can guide me,
defensively
man.
Here's Collier. Still no points. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Champ in their last matchup against the Jazz was all business. He scored 28 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total.
What the
A game
hell,
that
man?
nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early. That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Pass to Hachimura. Doncic outside. Takes the three. Utah grabs the miss. A tough loss against the Lakers in their last game played.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road.
Next time, man. That's a wide open shot, bro.
Now here's Sexton, trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to the Lakers. Pass to Collier.
That's a good pass.
It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Paul George is always about making the right play. What a pretty pass.
Here's Doncic. He's scoreless. Hachimura outside. To the left wing. Hayes finds Doncic. 5 to shoot. Here's Champ. George defending. And it's Doncic missing.
Nice
Champs leading by 3. George, right side. Champ with the rebound. And for the Lakers, they're shooting an impressive 47%. Hachimura outside. Doncic against Sexton. Pass to Champ. Hachimura outside. Outside Reddish. Oh, he tries a 3. Utah grabs the miss.
Another
Kessler's
miss,
got
man.
5
Nice
rebounds
play, guys.
tonight. Now George. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Lakers. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Here's Champ. Kicks it to Doncic. Pass to Champ. Back to Doncic. Here's Reddish. That 3's off the mark. Utah leading.
We can score, guys. Come
Here's
on.
Collier. Now here's Collins.
Good
He's
D.
looking good.
Wow,
2
with the
buckets
good
and 3
D.
attempts. Now Los Angeles with it.
Come on, Luka. Score.
Doncic outside.
Good pass, Luka.
Loves the alley-oop play, BA.
What
Yep,
a
one
pass,
of the
man.
prettiest in basketball. Jazz leading by 3. George outside. 40 seconds left in the opening quarter. Sexton, that's good.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Reddish on the wing. Checked by Sexton. Here's Champ. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. Clock at 6. Hachimura with a screen on Sexton. They get it back.
Nice.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Champ. Kicks it to Doncic. And there's a pick. There's the 3. No good.
The fuck, another miss.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Utah ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jazz.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Sexton runs point, but Clarkson at the 2. That's Filipowski, and it's Hendricks in at power forward. That's the group for Utah, getting going in the second. Here's Champ. Screen by James. Sexton comes with a double team. Hachimura from long range. Nice from downtown.
Good shot.
Well, the team has preached to Rui Hachimura to be aggressive on the offensive end. That is the decisive decision-making they're looking for.
Now here's Sexton. The lead is 2. Filipowski, the pass to Clarkson. Over Reeves.
Good D.
And it's Clarkson missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And when you talk about guards who
man.
really
Don't try,
attack the lane,
man.
Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys
Good
who
pass,
are
Austin.
comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from 3. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really
Good
get a
LeBron.
touch.
Wow, with
A
a
nice
good
shot
D,
by
man.
Filipowski. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played.
Come here, Bron. You're gonna run our play, okay?
Here's Champ. 6 points for him. Throws it up high.
Nice.
And it's James with the jam.
Good job, Bronny.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. So it's Utah now. Sexton with it. 7 points in the game. Oh, swiped away.
Good D.
Now the Lakers moving
Come
it
on,
up.
Bronny.
So
Foul.
it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Entering the league with that James last name, lots of pressure on Bronny. But he's a guy who is used to being in the spotlight under the microscope.
No good on the free throw. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, BA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but
Ay,
the
no,
8
amin,
seconds or
di ba
less
yung
offense
tumagal?
back when I was with the Suns as a player,
Oy,
you want
nawala
to
yung
run.
mga
And
nasa
honestly,
parang
it's
tumagal.
so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Vanderbilt's checked in for the Lakers.
Ah,
And the free
Sobrang
throw
tagal
is
na
good.
nun.
Now leading by 1.
Mong hindi naman yan yung ganun na ano yung
The
kagaya ng
Jazz have
akin.
gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. This one for 3. Hendricks no good.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Hindi.
Here's Champ. He has 6.
Ay, di sila nagaganyan ng
James.
ano.
Champ passes to James.
Hindi sila nagaganyan na keyboard.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will
Yung
have it.
ganyan.
And here are the latest power rankings.
Puro
A
ganito
good
yung
picture
ano.
of how these teams have played coming into February. You take a look at the Warriors. They're
Oh,
building
hindi,
some momentum
wala
right
rin
now
mahirap
and
yung
aiming for a
makalit ng
spot in the
ganito.
top 5.
Seeing where Los Angeles is, they've been a big-time surprise.
Wireless
Late
to,
into the
mas
season,
maganda-ganda
still
naman to.
strong, showing the doubters they are for real.
Ha?
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. To the middle. Here's
Good
Champ.
pass.
Oh, and a beautiful feed leads
Good job,
to a
Austin.
monster jam.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Jazz trail by 3. Now here's Clarkson. Coming off a 22-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles. Here's Sensabaugh. LeBron with the
You can try
rebound.
that on me, bruh.
James has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to James.
Sahig doon.
Here's Champ. Give him 8 points now. James passes to Champ. Back to James. Clock is at 3. Buries it down low.
Nice.
And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
Take advantage
I
that
just
mismatch,
love the
man.
ball.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Jazz. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. Will it go?
So,
LeBron with the rebound. James has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Champ passes to James.
nice run.
Punching it inside. LeBron.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
The Jazz shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Pass to Sensabaugh. That's tipped. And he lobs it up.
Yes,
And
sir.
Vanderbilt
Good job,
slams it
Bando.
in.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Here's Clarkson. No points yet. Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Connects checked in for Los Angeles. And let's take a look at the Rookie of the Year race. These are the top-ranked rookie talents in the league as their
Where's
first
Bronny,
season in
man?
the NBA comes to a close. You look at Connect. There were a few bright spots during the season for him, but overall just not enough to bring him up towards the top.
These rookies have really thrived in their first full NBA season. They're playing with terrific spirit and energy throughout.
Oh, the beauty of young legs. It's sort of remarkable because it's something
Sorry,
unlike
Bronny.
anything they've
That's
experienced
on
before this schedule.
I jumped way
And
too
a moment
early,
to check
bro.
in on the rookies with the best shooting percentage in the last month. Second, Bronny James. Kyle Filipowski fourth.
And these two guys just keep proving that they know how to pick their shots, not wasting chances on bad looks or pushing themselves too hard.
And the first one at the line is good. Sensabaugh is checked in for Juzang. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-4 run. James with the ball, picked up by Sexton. Pass to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. Better luck next time, baby.
And for
Yes,
most guys,
sir.
I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Jazz trail by 9. And here's Sexton. 7 points in the game. Here's Sensabaugh.
Good
And
D.
lays
Wow,
it
with
up
a
and
good D, man.
in. Sensabaugh's got his
How's
first
that
basket of the
open,
night.
bro?
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
James passes to James.
Come on, Bron, you got this right.
Nice
Nice.
feed that time from James.
Good pass, Bron.
And the Lakers lead by 9. The Jazz have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. Pass to Sensabaugh. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
Well, that's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Now, here is James. 15 points in the game. Champ. And
Oh
it's
my
blocked
God,
by
I got
Kessler.
slapped. I knew it, man. I knew it, bro.
And it's Sexton on the take. Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris,
Let's
Sexton
try
has
to
to be
challenge
in the
that. I think
conversation.
that's my
Well,
fault,
let's
not yours.
begin with the fact that he's an absolutely
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every previous policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Yes, sir.
They see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Sorry. Sir Dalton. I thought you're
Here's Champ. 10
small
points for
forward,
him.
bro.
On the take. Pass to connect. The three ball. Oh, Kessler with the block. And they're able to recover. And there's James from the arc. Saves the
Nice,
tray.
Ronnie. Good shot.
James has got 8 here in this quarter.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Inside. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Champ. A guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. From about 16, with 1 on the clock, and he jams it home with authority.
And this kind of 6 slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they play, and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And there's the drive. Sensible, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
I can see you,
Hard
bro.
finish from LeBron.
vintage LeBron James. He's cooking, and this guy may be the best to have ever done it.
And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. 11-point game. Keeps it alive.
Damn.
And so it's the Lakers with it. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. That'll be their second of 3 games total on this road trip. James with the ball, picked up by Collins. Collins against James to the inside. And down it
Good
goes.
pass.
Jam that one home.
Yeah, LeBron James always surveying the floor. Few players in the history of the game have the court vision that LeBron has.
Pass to Collins. Here's Hendricks. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Now Sexton, just 4 to shoot. There's the triple.
Contested.
Vanderbilt pulls it in. Vanderbilt's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Champ. 14 points for him. Back to James.
Foul.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, it's hard to deny the talent of Bronny James. And I think the D took that into account there.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
And that one misses.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
For the Jazz, Paul George, he's checked in for Hendricks. Clarkson comes in for Sensabaugh, and it's Collier in for Sexton.
$50.
He's off on the second.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
It's George on the drive. Kicks it out to Clarkson.
Mabad.
Rebounded by the Lakers.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Champ passes to James.
Come on, Bronny.
Outside Reddish. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. The shot off that time. Jazz trail by 11.
Mabad.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in.
Team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Lakers, number 77, Luka Doncic. 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. Inside. And finished off by Kessler.
The passing skills of Paul George are simply impressive. This guy is terrific at realizing when he needs to give it up.
Doncic outside. Minute 32 left in the first half of this game. And down it goes. 2 points.
This right here, whew, this is how you want to play the game. With passion, with energy, just great hustle play right there.
Pass to Collier. Back to George. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. To the middle. Back to Doncic. Reddish against Clarkson. Pass to Champ. Shot clock at 6. Man, how about that? 8 for 9 now.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
41 seconds left in the second. Now Collins. Hachimura covering. Collins
Good,
inside.
Rui.
Working
Wow,
on
with the
Hachimura.
good man. How he
Sinks
make
another
that,
one.
man.
He's on a roll. Starting 4 for 4.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Now Doncic. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. Champ passes to Doncic. Oh,
Wow.
clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
It's his first trip to the line.
For Los Angeles, Luka Doncic. At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Doncic hits them both.
Good job, Luka.
7 seconds left in the first half of this one. George for 3.
Oh my God, he's
from
wide open,
three-point
Mabad, guys.
range. George has got 10 points in the game. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ending the quarter up 10. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back after this word.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court jump. Drum line. They're thinking about this shot. You were so close.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Los Angeles Lakers.
When you take care of the boards, usually things turn out well, unless you're getting shot out the gym.
Which hasn't happened yet.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
It's far enough into the season now where you can tell which guys are for real and which guys are pushing for that ROI.
I remember in 1993, you winning that award, Shaq, mainly because you should have won that championship that year, those darn Supersonics.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
The Lakers lead by 10. On the court for the Lakers, James is out there with Austin Reeves. Then there's Jared Vanderbilt. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Connect in at small forward.
The offensive arsenal of LeBron James is tremendous. The ability to hurt defenses in so many ways is something else.
Pass to George. The three is up. The Lakers with a rebound. Vanderbilt's got his 6th rebound on the night.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
George with it. Here's Collier. Fires the three.
Oh my God, it's wide open.
It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Come on, Bron.
Floats one. Physical play by LeBron inside.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Pass to Collins. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Nice
Jared
try,
Vanderbilt picks one up.
Well, you love the aggressiveness from John Collins right there. Draws the contact in the process of being assertive.
Utah shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw is good from Collins.
Boy, guys, when he's at his best, John Collins can be an impact player at both ends of the floor. There's a lot of things this young guy does well.
Hits one, then misses the 2nd attempt from the line. Collins with a screen on James. Tries again. Just 5 on the clock. And they're on the run. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
You see the upside in a rookie like Dalton Connect. He's got a good build and dynamic offensive skill set. Some improvements around defense, and he'll be a solid addition to any lineup.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. Jazz trail by 14. George, right side. Pass to Collier. Back to George. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Reeves, the pass to James. Into the 3rd. 2 minutes in now. He tries for three. Sends it home from three-point land. James has got 11 points.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's Collier. James with the block.
Good D.
Oh, LeBron James sends it back. Ooh, LeBron on the defensive end. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Reeves with the ball. Over Clarkson. The shot by Reeves, no good.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Stolen by Vanderbilt.
Good D, Bando.
Whoa! Are you kidding me, LeBron?
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Now here's George. The D's right on him. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
And there's Reeves. That one's good on the assist by James. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
Good job, man.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Clarkson.
Good D.
And the
Wow.
layup is good. Clarkson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Nice
You gotta
start,
bring more
Bando.
fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
Back to Reeves. Vanderbilt, a screen on Clarkson. Down low. And Vanderbilt.
Just happened.
Slams it in.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, BA.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Dalton only got 1 point, man. Come on,
Here's
Dalton.
Collier. Check by James. Collins with a screen on James. Here's Collier. Pass to
Good D.
Collins.
Oh my God. Oh, that's a
Vanderbilt
good
pulls
D,
it
Bando. Good job.
Vanderbilt's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Paul George.
And because of his energy and physicality, Connect draws a lot
Come
of
on, Dalton. You
contact
got
out
this,
there.
man.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And he drops the first. Good on both. Here's Collier. 5 points in the game. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. And here's George for 3. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything. Can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Come on, big bit to Brown.
Pass to Vanderbilt. And here's James. He's covered by Kessler.
No foul. Nice try,
Collins
Bando,
against
man.
Vanderbilt. Can't hit that one. Jazz trail by 12. Here's Collier. Collins outside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And James has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Reeves. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Utah has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Clarkson passes to Kessler. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, you love to see Kessler draw the contact right there. Get that defender into a compromised position.
And he'll take his third and fourth free throws of the night. He's off on the first. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
He hits the second from the line. So it's Los Angeles now. They lead by 11. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
And it's finished off by Hayes.
Good job, Jackson.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
For Utah, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Pass to Collins. Clarkson for three. Champ with a rebound.
Sorry.
Champ's got his 7th rebound here tonight. James, left side.
Come on, bro. Foul.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Reddish is checked in for Los Angeles. Doncic comes in for Reeves.
Shooting one.
Free throw, no good.
What's striking about LeBron James is how his game has morphed to now it's all about guile and smarts and experience. He continues to dominate, just in a different way.
Here's George. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James outside. And there's the lob.
Good pass. What a pass,
On a
man.
crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off
job,
a
Bron. That's a
pinpoint
good pass.
Jazz trail by 15. Clarkson outside. Here's George. The Jazz again can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Doncic. Here's Champ. Back to Hayes. Pass to Reddish. Now here's Hayes. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance effort over Kessler. Hayes misses.
Damn, I didn't get the board, man.
Utah has
Sorry,
gone 3 of
Jackson.
7 from deep so far in the
I
third
don't
quarter.
have choice, man.
Clarkson outside. Here's Filipowski. Another shot. Ooh, plenty of contact on that
No,
shot.
sorry, Johnson.
Officials
That's on
call
me.
the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Jazz, Filipowski. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. A different look here for Utah. Hendricks is checked in for Kessler, and Sensabaugh subbed in for Clarkson.
Yo,
and
what?
the Lakers also making a change. Hachimura's checked in. And he makes both free throws. Los Angeles leading by 13. There's a screen. And here's Doncic outside. They get it again. Champ. And that one is hammered home.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Here's Hendricks. And there it is for him. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And here's Doncic outside. Drops in the 3. Doncic has got 7.
Their long range. Shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
To the paint. Sexton against Doncic. Down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless.
Nice.
That,
What a
ladies
pass.
and gentlemen,
Oh my
is
God,
how
he just
you
missed.
run that play.
Hachimura with a rebound. The Lakers lead by 14. Uneasy two on the layup. Hachimura's got his second bucket on the night.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Pass to George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That guy.
It's going to go on Cam Reddish.
Well, Paul George is a difficult defensive assignment precisely for this reason. He's going to force you into contact.
2 shots.
And he makes a first. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Hayes is checked in for James. And so he makes both from the line.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
Sexton against Doncic. Over Sexton. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Good job, man.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Now here's Sexton. He's got 7. Pass to Hendricks. Five to shoot. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's the break.
Come on, Luka, you got this, right?
Champ passes to Doncic. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
Sir.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Here's Sexton. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter here.
And
he comes up with a bucket. Sensible's got 9.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Doncic up top. 9 points in the game. Count
Nice,
it.
Luka.
Good. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's George. And the layup is good off the glass. George has got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission.
Good pass, Luka. Good job.
Down on the lob.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Takes a 3. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Lakers. 25 points and counting for him. They have relied heavily on his offense. More 2K action in just a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was the choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Filipowski, and it's Sexton in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Sensible. Three-pointer, no good.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Nice. Oh my God,
Doncic,
he missed.
no
Nice
good.
try, Luka.
Jazz trail by 20. Here's Springer. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And they recover it. Goes back up. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes. And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
And he sinks the second. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Hayes with a screen. Inside. Outside Reeves. 6 to shoot. The three-pointer off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Sexton. Here's Filipowski. He's defended by Hayes. To the inside. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
To the middle. And he slams it in one-handed.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Driving to the basket. Over Connect. And Reeves pulls it down.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And you look at the development of AI, how might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiations.
Oh my God, that was...
Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast. Well, you love the fearless nature of Colin Sexton. Forces the issue, gets himself to the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
You got this, guys.
No good on that one. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge 3rd season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, BA. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Mikhailuk's checked in for Utah.
When I think about Colin Sexton, the first couple things that come to mind, speed and confidence. It is what makes him such a good scorer.
Looking to end this cold spell. The Lakers with the rebound. And here's Reeves. Pass to Hachimura. Clock at 6. Buries it from 3.
And this is what we're seeing. Rui Hachimura understanding I've got to expand my range. This is huge for his development.
Sexton against Doncic. Here's Filipowski. Good on the bucket.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Pass to Hayes. On the wing, Reeves. And he's going for the lob. And finished off by Hayes.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Sexton against Doncic. Here's Sensabaugh. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
John Collins checked in for Utah. Martin comes in for Mikhailuk. Here's James. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to connect. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Sexton passes to Collins. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Kenyon Martin Jr. One shot.
The Lakers lead by 17. Outside Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now James. Back to Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. Out to James. Hey, from beyond the arc. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. And here's George. Kessler with it. Can't get it to drop. Some solid defense from James. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Vanderbilt, the pass to James. Count that bucket. James has got 27 points.
Oh, over the years, LeBron James just so dedicated to improving that jumper. That was sweet.
James with the block.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. George defending. From downtown. And it's Connect missing.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
The offensive rebound. Martin outside. Now here's George.
Come to me, come to me.
Second shot opportunity, and he lays it up and in. George has got 14 points now in the second half.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
James passes to Vanderbilt. Back to James. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Connect. To the paint. Stolen by Kessler. George against Reeves. George outside. And yep, it's good. George has got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh my goodness, Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Pass to Connect. It's James on the wing. To the inside. Second chance shot. And it's Martin with the rebound.
This has not been his best quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
For 3, Collins. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Now, Collins, such a confident shooter, and this guy on the catch, he's ready to rock.
Pass to James.
Wala. Ito.
James against Kessler. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line from there.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Ito. Ante. Parang ano. Pinukompak. Ito mo pinaano. Wala. Magkasama na yung F1 tapos mga number na nagkakaroon.
That free throw good from James. The Jazz making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in.
Patiwala ng... Wala eh. Yun lang yung maano eh.
Both free throws good from James. And the Jazz with possession. They're on a 15-6 run.
Square na to, wala ngayon.
Collins outside. Clarkson for 3. Another 3 for Utah.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering
Another
now after getting blanked in the first half.
Reeves, the pass to Vanderbilt. Clarkson against Reeves. Pass to Connect. Up top, Vanderbilt. And here's Reeves outside. Fires in the triple. And the Lakers lead by 14.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Here's Connect.
Hi.
Over to the left wing. James outside. Screen by James. Shot clock at 6. And he can't get that one. Ooh, nice D from George. Inside, here's Kessler. And finished off by Kessler. And that's a double-double for him now.
Excellent movement on the play. The pass on time and on point.
And Vanderbilt slams it in.
And how about Bronny dropping a dime?
Jazz trail by 14. George passes to Kessler.
Ba't di ka kasi tumingin na lang dun sa laptop mo?
Down low. And Collins with the slam.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
Ito.
To the inside. Stolen by Kessler. Here we go. All alone. And that was good. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to connect. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Collier. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 8 assists in the game. The Lakers lead by 8. Here's James. Cashes it in from 11 feet. James has got 31 points.
Well, we always talk about the power of LeBron James, but how about the grace on the pull-up there?
George's shot is off.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Clarkson. Over Kessler. And again, it's the Lakers.
It's very hard to guard LeBron James because he's a 3-level scorer. Catches the defense off guard, just pulls up into that mid-range.
Here's George. And he converts the layup. George has got 18 points now here in the second half.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Outside Vanderbilt. Here's Champ. George defending. Back to James. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vanderbilt, the pass to James. George with a steal.
Damn, bad pass. Run.
A minute 4 left in the fourth.
Good D.
3, Collier. James with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Lakers.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
Yes,
and in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year. And what a huge performance it was for Champ.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
To the paint. Here's James.
I can see it, son.
Pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Wow, that's a good.
George, no good.
Nobody missed, man. Nice try.
Here's Champ. Arced it down low that time.
Oh
got hit
my
with the 3
God.
second call.
Why you guys didn't take a shot, man?
Substitution on the court.
The fuck with these guys, man. I got turned over, man.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
already won me my fantasy league this year.
Wow, Brony, man. Good job, guys. That's fine.
Good job, MP. I see.
Oh, yeah. Rising Star. I forgot. Good job, man. Good job. We're playing Rising Star. It's my teammate. Third McCain. Plus Cassett. Nice. Nice. Brony, man. Who's a say a holder, man? What is position, bro? Well, check him out. Jared McLean, then Cassett. Jared McLean. Oh my god, it's another shooting guard. Point guard. I guess Brownie, you got this, right, man? I think we're good.